Sophie Leeuwen, a Dutch journalist with RTL News, was seen at the government weekly press briefing on Tuesday, February 11, 2025, where she posed a critical question regarding the whereabouts of Joslai Dekkers, a convicted Dutch drug baron alleged to be living in Sierra Leone and linked to government officials.
For Joslai Dekkers, or is he maybe protected? Because I heard he's already out of the country. So please, if you could clarify that. Thank you.
2 days later, on Thursday, February 13th, the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists issued a press release confirming that Leeuwen had been arrested along the peninsula while in the company of local journalist Joseph Cissé. Authorities accused her of espionage and of conducting documentary work without proper clearance. Meanwhile, Leeuwen maintained that she had accreditation from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. On the same day, the Sierra Leone police issued a statement confirming her detention at the Criminal Investigations Department (CID), stating that she was being interrogated regarding her activities in the country, though they later announced her release. Her passport, phone, camera and the vehicle belonging to Joseph Cissé were not immediately returned, fearing criticism from press freedom advocates and legal experts. Among those speaking out was legal expert and human rights advocate Sori Sendemara, who took to social media to condemn the treatment of Leeuwen. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, he wrote, "Ms. Leeuwen was subjected to a 2-hour interrogation without access to food or water. The continued detention of her belongings was not just harassment, but an infringement on press freedom and a threat to democracy."
Given wider freedoms to do their work, whether they are local or foreign journalists. And as a matter of fact, in this instance, Sophie, I understand, was given accreditation as a journalist. So this talk about the accreditation only relates to news and not documentary is very unfortunate, because as far as the journalist is concerned, whether they choose to do documentary or news, documentary is one of the species of news, right? But that's besides the point. Essentially, if you're investigating someone and you keep them for 9 hours continuously without access to food or water, that's a form of inhuman and what we would define as degrading treatment. And so my appeal to the authorities was very clear, to ensure that journalists be given the freedom to do their work. If you confiscate their phones, their cameras and their vehicles, they would essentially be deprived of the tools to conduct their trade. Right?
Amid growing public concern, Sludge released an other statement yesterday stating her belongings were still held despite her release. The CID boss, ACP Ali Uchalo, stated that police found a lot of inconsistencies and deception in her statement, but added that her release was a government decision. Now, in the latest development, Sludge has announced that the police have returned her belongings through her lawyers at the inner chambers in the presence of the Minister of Information and Civic Education. However, the SD card from her camera remains in police custody due to security reasons, while the minister reaffirmed that Leeuwen is welcome to Sierra Leone at any time. Press freedom advocates argue that the handling of her case raises concerns about media rights in the country. This incident continues to generate public discourse on the safety and working conditions of journalists in Sierra Leone. Memona Tosuma, AYV News.